Welcome everyone to yoga. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to start out with some centering and then move through some poses and finish up with some relaxation today. And you might notice as I sometimes do, I start out sitting on a folded up blanket, or you can get a cushion. And I recommend trying that and just seeing how that feels, because it brings a little height, helps with the posture a little bit, and sometimes can help the hips feel a little bit better in a comfortable seated position, or making that seated position more comfortable. And then we'll be doing some stuff on the knees. So depending on how your knees feel and what your ground situation is like, you might like to have the blanket or cushion for under the knees. So go ahead and grab that. If you're watching this on video later, you can pause and grab it. And then let's just find a comfortable seated position. I have my legs kind of with the feet tucked into my legs, but you can also let one leg lie in front of the other. No need to pretzel yourself into lotus or half lotus. That can be awfully a lot on the joints. So find a comfortable position, and that position also maybe could even be like this, sitting on your heels. So you can feel free to vary these things up. Find whatever comfortable position is working for you at this moment. And then let your eyes close or take a gentle gaze downward. And just begin to tune in without changing anything. Tuning in to how your body is feeling right now. And then begin to start to increase the inhales and exhales, or lengthen them. Lengthen the inhale and lengthen the exhale. To feel the expansiveness of the breath, you may like to bring your hands to be at the lower ribs, with the thumbs facing the back and the fingers at the front. And then as you breathe in, feel the ribs expand, making some space. And then as you exhale, feel the ribs draw back down. This can give you that idea of the sort of 3D breath. It's not just an up-down filling from the top to the bottom, it's filling out to the sides, it's filling out front to back as well. Take one more long, slow, deep breath in. And exhale. And release the hands if they were still on the ribs. And just take a few breaths here, noticing. And see if you can begin to relax everything that's not involved with sitting up. Particularly the facial muscles, the eyebrows, the forehead, the jaw, with the teeth part slightly, the jaw hang loose. Let the shoulders come down from the ears, unfurl the fingers and hands. And then begin to notice where your lower body touches the ground, where it's making contact. Does it still feel comfortable? If so, then keep going. If not, reposition yourself. Start to notice where the hands make contact with your lower body. Feel the warmth, perhaps feeling the clothing that your fingertips touch. Feel the clothes on your skin. Feel the air moving against your skin. And then take that awareness and bring it into your mind. Go into your mind and notice the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that might be popping up there. Just acknowledge them and let them be. And then taking all of these things into account, see if you can allow yourself to be present, just as you are. Just noticing, not judging. Just allowing yourself to be. Let's take one more inhale together. And then exhale. Let your eyes open. And let's inhale the arms up over the head, palms touch. And exhale, let them come down. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, float them back down. Inhale, lift the arms. Don't let them touch. Don't let the palms touch this time. And then bring your left hand down to the ground. And with your right arm, reach over towards the left. And then inhale to center. And then exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale to center. And now take your right hand to the left knee and exhale, twist behind you. Look behind you. Inhale, come to center, and then exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale to center, and then exhale, bring that left hand down, right arm reaches over, side stretch. Inhale to center, exhale, side stretch towards the right. Inhale to center, and then exhale, take your right hand to the left knee, twist. Inhale to center, exhale, twist towards the other side. Inhale to center, exhale, bend the elbows. Move your hands in a circle, taking the wrist to the full range of motion, and then go the other way. Shake that out, bring the fingertips to the tops of the shoulders, make some circles with the elbows, going one way, and then go the other way. Inhale, reach the arms out, and then exhale, cross the arms in front of you. Give yourself a little hug, and just move the upper back a little bit, move those elbows from side to side. And then inhale, open the arms out wide, and then exhale, cross the arms in front the opposite way. Again, give yourself a little hug, give a little pat on the back for showing up. And then inhale the arms up, and then exhale, bring the hands down to the lower legs, and raise the shoulders up towards the ears, squeeze, and let them drop. Squeeze them up and let them drop. Once more, squeeze and let them drop. And then holding on to the knees, we're going to kind of use this as a traction point. And so lean over, really holding on. You don't have to hold quite so much onto your right knee right now, but really hold on to the left knee with your left hand and lean over, taking your ear towards your shoulder. It might not come all the way because you'll probably feel a stretch through the arm, through the side of the neck. And so then allow your chin to come down, rolling across the collarbone area, coming over to the left. But instead of holding here, just sit up straight. So we're not rolling the head back. And then lean over towards the right again. And then hold this for a moment. Feel the stretch, breathe. And then allow the chin to come down, rolling around, reaching over towards the left, and then sit up straight. And we'll do that one more time. Lean over to the right, hold, feel that stretch, and then the chin gently travels, feeling a little stretch in the back of the neck. You come over towards the left, and then sit up straight. So now we'll go the other way. So this time the contact is really going to be here on the right knee to begin with. And so then gently lean over so you feel that stretch through the side of the neck and down, arm all the way to the hand, gripping the knee. So breathe here. And then let that chin come down as we rotate around and then coming over. So we're leaning over towards the right and then just straighten yourself up and then lean over towards the left. Feel that stretch hold here. And then chin comes down and around. Nice and slow, warming things up, sitting up straight. And then once more, lean over towards the left. Feel the stretch. And then chin drops down, around, and comes back up. And then from here, keeping the hands on the knees or the tops of the thighs, let your chest come forward, almost as if you were doing the dog pose, but sitting up. So your chest presses forward. Then let your rib cage press over towards the right. And then allow the ribs, the chest to cave in a bit so the back is rounded towards the back. Then let the ribs slide over, dropping your shoulders down. Let the ribs slide over towards the left. And then press the chest forward, slide the ribs towards the side, back, and side, and front. And then, now that we've got those points, can you smooth out in between? Checking in with your shoulders from time to time to make sure that you're not squeezing them up towards the shoulders. Can you just make a spiraling motion with the rib cage? Slowly moving and breathing. And the next time you come to the front, pause here. And then slide your ribs over towards the left. And then slide them to the back. And then slide them to the right. And then forward. To the left. To the back. To the right. And then see if you can join that movement together into a smooth spiral type motion. And then begin to make these spirals a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller, and then come back to center. Place your hands out in front of you, and then begin to gently walk your fingertips forward. And each time you exhale, let go a little bit more. On the inhale, you can straighten back up, lengthen, find the length. And as you exhale, you might be able to relax a little bit further. Listen to your body, as I implore you to do throughout the entire practice. Your body, your breath is going to be the gauge for yourself. Breathing. And then walk your fingertips over towards the left. So your torso angles a little bit more over towards the knee. Inhale, lift, and then exhale. Lean down. Perhaps the fingertips might walk a little bit more forward. Only go as far as it feels comfortable, that you can keep breathing comfortably. And slowly walk your fingertips back into the center, and then walk them over towards the right. And then repositioning, inhale, lift, and exhale. See if you can walk the fingertips forward just a bit. Breathing, feeling. Take another breath here. And then walk the fingertips back in. Walk them in towards yourself. And let's come down. Let's actually, if you've got something underneath your hips, move it out of the way. And let's roll out onto our back. Roll down gently, finding yourself on your back, raising those arms up over your head, reaching the fingertips to the wall behind you, and the feet, press the soles of the feet towards the wall in front of you. Lengthen and reach. Imagine yourself to be a piece of taffy or maybe an elastic. Taffy would thin too much out. We don't want to be like that. So imagine a bungee cord. So imagine that the ends are being stretched away, and then gently allow them to come back as you release and bring the hands and arms down by the sides. And bend the knees, bring them up, and raise the feet up towards the ceiling. And then just point and flex your feet here a couple of times, warming up the feet, the ankles, the lower legs. Take the toes in a circle on the ceiling, taking the ankles through a full range of motion. And then go the other way. Maybe wiggle, stop the motion of the feet, and then just wiggle the toes a little bit, scrunch them in, widen them apart, scrunch, widen, scrunch, widen. And then bend your knees. You can do both legs together, or you can alternate. And then make a bicycle motion. Pedaling your air bike, going one way, and then go the other. And then bring that to a close. Bring those soles of the feet down to the floor, and then raise the right foot up and just make a few circles with your right knee in the air. Going one way and then switch directions. And then cross the ankle over the left leg. But I'm going to invite you to try something a little bit different and go ahead and slide as much as you can that lower leg across. So maybe the knees are now in one line. So it's a little bit like, you know, when you're sitting and you cross one leg over the other. And then can you bring those legs in? Lift the foot off the floor and just gently hug the lower body in. Noticing how that feels. And then bring that down, unwind the feet, bring both soles of the feet on the floor, and then lift your left foot up and make some circles with the left knee in the air, taking the hip through a full range of motion, going one way, and then go the other. Next time the ankle comes around, cross it over the right thigh, but then allow the leg to kind of keep coming over. So the thighs are more on top of each other. You've got your legs fully crossed. Going with whatever feels right for your body. And then lift the right foot up and see if you can gently Bring that lower body, bring those legs a little bit closer in towards your torso. Breathing. And then bring the feet down, unwind, and bring the fingertips up towards the ceiling, straightening the arms, and then bend the elbows and hold on to the opposite elbows with the hands. And then inhale and exhale. Let your knees drop over to the left as your upper body, or excuse me, your arms sort of come over towards the right. So it's almost as if your right hand pulls the left arm over. And then inhale back to center, and then exhale, go the other way. Inhale to center, exhale towards the left with the legs. Inhale to center, exhale, the legs go over towards the right. Inhale, come to center, and then release the arms, bend your knees, and bring the soles of the feet off the floor. Come up into a tight ball, bring the forehead in towards the knees, and rock a little bit from side to side. And then if it feels okay on your spine, see if you can add a little forward and back rock. And then rock yourself up, and then turn yourself over so that we're on our hands and knees. So coming to a table position, hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Let's move through cat and dog a few times. So inhale, belly drops down, chin and tailbone lift. Exhale for cat, spine rounds up towards the ceiling, chin and chin and tailbone tuck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. I challenge you to do this a little bit more slowly and mindfully. Just noticing what you're feeling. Take a little bit of pressure out of the wrist by pressing the fingertips into the mat. And then come back to neutral spine, and let's wag our tail. So taking your hips to the right, take your gaze to look over to that hip. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, gently swing your hips towards the left, gaze look back there. Inhale to center, exhale towards the right. Inhale, center, exhale towards the left. Good. Now come back to center, and pressing the left knee in and the right hand, start to extend your left hand and arm forward as you extend the right leg and toes back, but the fingertips and toes are still on the floor. And then can you inhale, lift, and then exhale, bring the elbow and knee to come together. Inhale, lift and reach, and exhale, elbow and knee come together. Inhale, lift, reach, exhale, together. Once more, inhale, lift and reach, exhale, come together. Now let's switch sides. So making the contact, making a good strong base with the left hand, pressing those fingertips into the floor and the right knee, and slide the fingertips of the right hand forward, straightening arm, and slide the toes back of the left side. And then inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, elbow and knee together underneath you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbow to knee. Extend and elbow knee touch. And once more. Inhale, extend and come back down. Now, you can sit back for just a second, shake out the hands and the wrists, give them a little bit of a pull. And then come back to table position. And I'm going to face forward just so you can see, because this is a little bit different. So we're going to keep the leg bent, and then we're going to bend. Let's go ahead and, so, okay. Pressing the right hand and the left knee in. Bend your left arm so the fingertips are facing forward. And so inhale, see if you can take the elbow out to the side and the knee out to the side, and then come back to center. And inhale, lift. It may not come very far. Listen to your body. Be honest with yourself. It's okay. This is just a different movement. Just trying some variabilities of movement. Inhaling as you lift, exhaling as you come down. We'll do once more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down. And then reset, perhaps shaking out that wrist that had been holding you up, and reposition yourself. Okay, so this time we're going to move the left leg and the right arm. So lift your right hand, bend the elbow, fingertips, press forward. The elbow is underneath the shoulder. All right, so inhale, lift the elbow out to the side, the leg out to the side, and exhale down. Inhale, lift, trying to keep the weight even in the hand and the knee, and down. Inhale, lift, and down. Once more, inhale, lift, and down. All right, so I'm gonna move back over to the side. Again, you can come up, give a little shake, a little pull. Maybe bring the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers with the palms up. Bring the shoulder blades together. Let those back of the hand gently press down towards the floor. You're looking up slightly, not all the way up, protecting the back of the neck. All right, and release that. Shake the arms out. Oh, all right. So then, coming back to table pose, bringing the fingertips in towards the mat, pressing in with the knuckles of the palm also. Curl those toes under, and then pressing up, pressing back, raise your hips towards the ceiling, coming into downward dog. And begin to walk your dog out, bending the knees, alternating them, perhaps even bringing this movement a little bit into the upper body. Remembering this is your practice. So if being still and breathing is what you need at this moment, go for it. So let's all still the movement, and you can always keep your knees bent here. And see if you can press into the mat, pressing away so you're not sunk in. Keep a nice long spine. Breathing, and then begin to walk the hands and feet together, coming into a ragdoll, holding the opposite elbows. The knees can be bent here. I even like to alternate bending the knees so that I just let the upper body swing gently a little bit from side to side. Channeling with your best, easiest feeling ragdoll. And then release the hands and bring the hands to the shins. Come up about halfway, find a flat back. Press the crown of the head towards the wall in front of you. You can keep bending the knees. Breathing here. And then on your next inhale, you can sweep the arms out to the side, hinging at the hips, coming all the way up, reaching up. And then exhale, come down with the arms, come down by the sides. Hanging out here in a standing position. So find a comfortable standing position, perhaps about hip width, maybe about shoulder width. And first just sway back and forth a little bit, kind of finding contact with your feet on the ground. Then even lift up your heel and keep your toes on the ground and just do little circles, a little bit with the knee, keeping that foot on the ground. So we're just feeling different movements. Then curl your toes under and kind of point the toes down so you feel that stretch. We don't often take the feet this way. So often we're in this kind of position with the toes up. So it can be good to just make a little bit of movement. You don't have to press very hard, just waking those things up. So we'll come over to the other side again, keeping the toes on the ground, the ball of the feet, or the ball of the foot on the ground. Just make some spiraling motions, waking things up. This can be a really good thing to do a couple of times a day, you know, just kind of checking in. And then curl the toes under. You might hear some pops and cracks. And I think that's okay as long as there's no pain. If you know something about your toes and feet that I don't, please follow your own body's directions. All right. So then shake that out. And once again, spread your toes wide. Just really grip the mat. Find a comfortable position. And then pretend like we're on a little rebounder, a little trampoline, just the way that you could just gently bounce without actually coming up off the surface. Just allowing this gentle bouncing movement to ripple its way through the body. Allowing the arms to hang loose. Letting that ripple go through them as well. Maybe your head gently moves from side to side. And then slowly let that motion come to a close. Let your eyes close for a moment or take that gentle downward gaze. Just observe. Do a little body scan. And then open the eyes, step your feet out a little bit wider, and then begin to swing your arms gently, creating a bit of a twist and a little bit of a gentle slapping motion, movement, contacting the front and back of the torso, waking everything up, no matter what time of day it is that you're doing this. Releasing tension that you maybe didn't even realize that you were carrying. And then letting that twisting motion gently come to a close. And breath of joy. The movement is going to be inhaling with the arms out in front of you, shoulder height. Inhale the arms out to the side, and then inhale the arms up, and then finally exhale, bend the knees, protecting yourself, and then come back up and start again. All right, so we'll join that all together. So inhale, arms out in front, inhale, arms out to the side, inhale, arms swoop up, exhale, ha! Inhale, arms out in front, inhale, arms out to the side, inhale, arms swoop up, exhale, ha! 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 Once more. let those arms swing by your sides as you come up to standing, maybe continuing that swing, just letting the arms feel free, moving them in space. This one is my favorite, when you move one arm up and one arm up to the side and switch. Do a few of these. Bring your heart rate up a little bit. It's going to build warmth in your upper body. So now, if you've been doing this alternating arm, see if you can bend. Let's see, I've got my, let's see, this is bend your right arm and your left leg, and then come down and left arm, right leg bend. So now, just create a bit of a marching movement. You can even see, if you like, can you bring the elbow and knee together? If that does not quite work for you, that's okay. Just keep doing the side to side. And once more each side, and then let that go. Close your eyes again. Feel, observe. How's your body feeling? Okay, so open your eyes and move to one end of your mat. We're going to be stepping back to try a different way to get it into Warrior One. So make sure you've got some space behind you. And finding a hip width position for the feet. Bring your hands to your hips and then inhale, lift your, this is my right leg, and then step back, coming into the lunge. So finding a comfortable position. You may like to slightly angle the toes out to have the foot fully on the ground, or perhaps keep the heel up, keeping a little bit more of a bend in the knee. Maybe try something a little bit different today. As I've said before, it can be good to vary things up so that your joints get full experience. They're not always just going through the same position. So when you've found your Warrior One lunge position, inhale the arms up overhead. The shoulders are down, away from the ears. The ribs are down, and in. And breathe. And lower the arms down by your sides and gently press into that front leg and then see if you can step the back leg up and through and come to a balancing pose here. Come to clean. Lifting the leg. Now the toe could be right there, bubbling right off the floor, just in case you don't want to kickstand. That's okay. You bring the arms out to the side for a little extra balance. If you'd like a challenge, maybe close the eyes. Notice the little wobbles. It's just the nervous system adjusting, your balance system, muscles kicking on. All right, open your eyes, inhale, lift the arms up, and then exhale, bring them back down. Okay, I'm actually going to stay standing right here at the same spot, so you can choose the same thing. So again, hip width position, hands come to the hips, and then lean over to the other side. So now I'm going to move into my right leg, lifting the left leg, and then take a large step behind. And you want to make sure that you're not stepping behind the front leg. You want to have not a balance beam, for your legs. We're going to have more of like a railroad track placement of the feet. So finding what's right. When you're ready, inhale the arms up overhead. Knowing also that you can do whatever you like with your arms. You could have them be about 45 degrees out and palms up. You could have goddess arms. They could be back the hips. Breathe. And bring your arms back down and pressing into the front foot. Step forward, bring those arms out to the side for balance, with your wings out, and then come into crane on the second side with your left leg bent, toes pointed down. Perhaps the thigh is parallel to the floor. Perhaps it's nowhere near that. The toes are nearby, near to the floor. You're going to be balancing all the same. You might challenge yourself again by closing your eyes. Or maybe you know this is your stronger side, so you want to go ahead and challenge. You can always open your eyes again as you soar and find equilibrium again. It's all good. Take one more breath here. And then inhale, raise the arms up, and then exhale, lower everything down. And find a comfortable standing position, close your eyes, and just observe. Now, step your feet out wide. So you're going to face the long edge of your mat, and you step your feet out wide and turn your left toes out to face the short end of the mat, and then gently pivot the right toes in and the the right heel out. Okay, so the right foot is gently pointing in. And inhale your arms out to the side. Exhale, excuse me, press your hips back, scooting them back, and then lean forward as if your arm was on a countertop. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, lean. Inhale, come back up. And lean. And then inhale and exhale. Allow that left arm to drop and bring your right arm up towards the ceiling, fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. You can rest. You have a lot of options here. One, if this does not feel good for your low back and sacrum, feel free to go ahead and bend the knee, coming into more of a side angle pose. But if you like how things are feeling, you keep a teeny micro bend in that extended leg, just so you don't hyperextend, and get that side stretch here in this triangle. And you could be right here. You don't have to be flat. So experiment with what feels right for you. And you could try it different ways, different days. So as long as you're not pressing in, don't press your weight into your kneecap. You can have your hand resting gently on the leg. And then inhale, reach up for the sky, pull yourself all the way up. Turning your toes in and turning the toes out as you sink down into the goddess squat. And then inhale, lift, arms up. And exhale, sink down. Once more, lift up. And exhale, sink down. Now inhale, lift up, come back to a 5-pointed star with the arms shoulder height. And turn your right toes to the right. And then pivot the left foot so that the heel is pointed out and the toes are angled a little bit in. Inhale and exhale. Also, look down. Make sure that this knee over here is pointed towards the toes. You don't want it to be going off to one side. Inhale and exhale. Press your hips back towards the left as you lean. And inhale, come up. Exhale, lean. Hips go back. Upper body goes up. Inhale and exhale, lean. And then inhale and exhale. The arm comes down. The left fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. Wherever you are, whatever choice you've made, you're doing great. One more breath here. And then next inhale, reach yourself up like you've got a hook in the sky, pulling you up. Turn your toes, angle both the toes out. Inhale the arms up, exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink down. And then on this next inhale, bring up hands and feet together. And then exhale, come down. Arms down by the sides. Find a comfortable standing position. Close your eyes. And feel. Pauses are great. Helping things catch up. Okay, so turning to face the side of the mat, or the short side. Inhale the arms up, and then exhale with a little bend in the knees. Press the hips back as you hinge at the hips, coming down into a forward bend. But bring the hands to the shins. Inhale, lift halfway up, finding the length, and then exhale, slide the hands down, coming into a forward bend. Knees can be deeply bent here. Check in with the head, the neck. Check in everywhere. And then bending your knees deeply. Bring your hands down to the floor, perhaps walking them a little bit forward, and then coming down into table pose again. And stepping the feet, I'm going to scoot forward just a little bit so I've got more room for my feet. Step one foot back, the other foot back, come into plank. Now, you are totally welcome to keep the knees on the floor and experience plank from this position. If your wrists are done for the moment, you can come down to your forearms, maybe lifting the knees. If you are doing this, actually everywhere, make sure that you're pressing into either your hands or into your forearms and elbows so that you feel a lift, so you're not sunk down. You've got a great space in between your shoulder blades. Breathing. And then bring the knees down and then slowly come down to your belly and reach the fingertips forward, raising the arms out in front of you, reaching, 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 finding some length here now on your belly. Make a little pillow with your hands and bring the pillow, the hand pillow under, and rest your chin or the side of your face, or maybe your forehead. Now, release the hands, bring them back by your sides and bring your chin down to the mat. Inhale and exhale, and then inhale, pressing your hips into the mat, lift head, shoulders, and chest, and then come back down. Inhale, lift head, shoulders, and chest, and come back down. And lift head, shoulders, and chest, and then raise your arms behind you. And if you can, interlace your fingers behind you. If not, just keep reaching behind you. So opening your chest a bit. Inhale and then exhale. Turn to look gently behind you, lifting your right shoulder up in the air, and then exhale, come back to center. Inhale, lift that left shoulder up, kind of peeking behind you, coming back to center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Do this once more on either side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. All right, release the hands, the arms. Bring them back down to the sides. Make your little hand pillow. And come to rest the chin or the side of the face. Resetting here. Now, extend your left arm, and your left leg is already extended, and bring your right arm down by your side and bend the right leg. Inhale and exhale. Then on your next inhale, can you lift up, extending, reaching with the left arm and leg, and then can you reach back, maybe even making contact with the foot, and then come back down, for keeping the right arm and right leg the way they are. Inhale, lift. Can you make contact? If not, just reach back and lift up a little bit. If you're holding onto the foot, kick back into it just a little bit and then come back down. Inhale, lift. This time, if you can make contact with the foot, keep a hold and then come back down. Inhale, lift and come back down. All right, reset. Bring the arms in. Now extend the right arm and right leg, and then bend the left leg, bring the left arm behind you. If you can, I guess let's go ahead and try this to begin with. If you can hold on to the foot or the ankle, go ahead and do that now. If that's not possible for you right now, that's okay. Just reach back and bend the knee as much as you can. Okay? So inhale and exhale. And then inhale, lift up with the right arm, right leg, and lift, pressing the foot into the hand perhaps, and then coming down. Inhale, lift, and down. Inhale, lift, and down. Once more, inhale, lift, and down. Now, bring both arms back behind you, or to your sides. Bend your knees, and again, if you can reach the feet, go ahead and reach them. If you cannot, that's okay. You can either, if you try this again later and you have a strap or a towel, you might wrap that around, or just keep the knees bent. You'll be just lifting up the upper body, maybe even lifting the knees up just a little bit. There's many different ways you can try this. All right, so if you can hold the feet, go ahead and do that. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale, lift the head, shoulders, and chest as you press the feet into the hands. And keep breathing here. If you are not holding onto the feet, because maybe that just doesn't feel great for your back right now, just go ahead and reach back. Coming down out of it when you need to. And you can always lift back up again. One more inhale. And exhale, gently release Come all the way down, bend the elbows, make a little pillow with the hands. Bend both of your knees and just do a little windshield wiper movement with the feet and lower legs. Inhale and exhale. Bring the feet down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulder. Gently press yourself up. Press yourself back into child's pose. Forehead coming down towards the mat. You can always make maybe a little fist pillow here, or hand pillow. Breathing deeply, again, noticing that 3D breath. I like to take pauses to take breath in all sorts of different positions so that I can notice different aspects of breathing, different movements. Different areas of expansion. Now gently lift yourself up out, lifting your upper body, coming to a table pose, and coming to face the side of the mat. Again, here I forgot to mention it before. You might like to have the blanket. We're going to be on our knees again. So come into your table position, and then lift up onto your knees. Finding sort of a stance here on the knees. Extend your left leg out to the side, but turn your toes up towards the ceiling. A little bit of a bend in the knee. The heel is pressing into the mat. Inhale, lift your right arm up into the air, and then exhale, lean over to the side. Again, try not to press a lot of weight into the leg. If you want to lean just a little bit, that's fine, but just don't press into the kneecap. Breathing here. Now, lift up slightly and slightly angle yourself over. And you may need to move that back, the right lower leg a little bit, and come down towards the floor. So that now this becomes a little bit more stretch. So the hips press slightly back. You'll likely feel it behind the leg. And then gently walk the hands out in front of you. So you're in a table position, but your leg is still out to the side. Now go ahead and bring the inside of the foot down to the floor so the knee is facing forward. Inhale and exhale. Gently sit your seat back. Then inhale, lift back up. Exhale, sink the seat back. So it's not coming all the way down to your heels, but almost. Inhale up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, come back to table pose. Now, keeping the legs still extended, gently pivot again. And again, we're going to, you may want to bring the knee down for just a moment, just to reposition. So come to a table position, but again, let your legs still be back behind you. And then extend your opposite arm out, and then lift, and then hold here for a few breaths. Pressing into your fingertips and the knuckles of the palm and into the knee, reaching with opposite arm, opposite leg. Checking in with shoulders, neck, back. Try and keep one long line. Then bring the toes down, bring the hand down, and gently pivot. Let's see. We'll come back up again, so the legs out to the side. Now inhale, lift your left arm up, and then set your right arm down. And you're free to stay right here. You might just continue this reach over for a great side stretch. Or if you like, you might add a little bit of adventure, a little spice to your day by reaching up towards the ceiling and whoop, lifting the foot off the floor. Concentrating. And then go ahead and lower that leg if you'd like the side stretch. If you're ready to come out, go ahead and come out. You can just gently roll down. Come back to the beginning, to the table pose. Let's sit back in child's pose for just a moment. Right, raising back up to table. Extend your right leg out. Oh, actually, coming back up, coming first to stand on your knees. Bring the right leg out to the side, bring the heel out to, or press the heel into the floor, lift the toes up, keep a little bit of a bend in the knee. Inhale the left arm up, and exhale, lean towards the right. Now, gently come back up, pivot just a little bit, and then take your arms down to either side of your right leg and lean down, pressing the hips back, finding a little bit of a hamstring stretch. And then gently walk your hands back to the kind of beginning table position area and turn the side of the foot down. Inhale and exhale, gently sit almost all the way back, and then inhale, come back up. Inhale, or excuse me, exhale, sit back. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, lift. Once more, exhale, sit back. Inhale, lift. Okay, now pivoting now towards the other side of your mat, keeping the leg out behind you, maybe bringing that knee down just so you can more easily pivot. And find table position. Have that, the knee, now bring that knee off of the floor. And so pressing in to the hand and knee that's going to be on the floor, lift the opposite arm, extend and reach and breathe. Again, checking in with the neck, the shoulders, the back, the whole body. Now, go ahead, bring the arm back down, and let's come back to sort of the table pose position. Walk yourself upright, and with the right leg out to the side, inhale the right arm up, and then lean over, bring the left arm down to the floor. And again, here, you might leave the foot on the floor, find that side stretch. Maybe on the side stretch first. And then, if you like that spicy challenge, reach your fingers towards the ceiling, and then can you lift the foot off the floor? Again, checking in with the neck, the shoulders. And then lower the foot, lower the arms so that you get that nice side stretch again. Although you may have already felt a wonderful side stretch and be ready to be done. And if you are, just gently bring that hand back down, coming back to center, sitting back into child's pose. And then gently sit yourself back up. Move your cushion, blanket, what have you, out to the side. And let's come down to the back again. Rolling down to lie on your back. Reaching the arms up overhead, reaching, finding the length. Wiggling through the hands, the feet, wrists, and ankles. Taking a few side breaths, inhaling deeply, and then exhaling with a sigh. You can bring your arms back down by your sides. Inhale. And once more. Now bend your right leg and interlace the fingers just below the knee, or perhaps below the, on the back of the leg, just beneath the knee. Finding what feels good. And just take a few breaths here as you extend your left leg out, keeping that left straight leg active, and just allowing your right leg to sink deeper and deeper in towards your torso. Inhale and exhale, release and lower the right leg, and then gently bend your left leg up, interlacing your fingers either on top of the shin just below the knee or below the shin on the back of the thigh, or whatever hand position feels good. And extend. Now your right leg is straight, the foot presses away as your bent left leg sinks gently in towards your torso. On your next inhale, raise your right leg, bending both legs in, holding each leg under each knee, respectively. Inhale and exhale, and gently draw your knees in towards your chest, in towards your torso. Seeing if you can try to keep most of your back on the floor. So it's not, I mean, bringing the knees in towards the chest is going to round you up a lot. But see if you can keep kind of a flat back, almost imagining the tailbone was going to unwind on the floor as you kind of take the opposite direction, creating some traction, gently directing the knees in towards the torso. Inhale and exhale, and then curl up into a tight ball, bringing the forehead in towards the knees, rocking a little bit from side to side, and then roll over onto your side and extend your arms out in front of you. So now you're resting completely on one side, your arms are out in front of you, palms are touching. On your next inhale, Gently allow that top hand to glide across the bottom arm, across the chest, and opening out to the side. Take a few breaths here in the supine spinal twist. Your gaze could be anywhere from the ceiling to towards that hand that opened out towards the side. Now on your next inhale, gently let your knees come up towards the ceiling so that you roll back onto your back. And then gently allow yourself to roll over onto the other side. So when you get over to that other side, remember your arms are straight out in front of you, palms are touching. And as you inhale, allow the top hand to gently glide across the bottom arm, across your chest, opening out to the side. Your gaze can follow or be somewhere in between there and the ceiling. On your next inhale, gently allow your knees to begin to rise, letting your back come back down onto the mat, and then gently beginning to reposition your shoulders, hips, and slowly begin to find yourself moving into Shavasana. Your legs may be straight on the floor with your feet pointing away from each other, and your arms can be about 45 degrees out from the sides with the palms facing up. You could also keep a little bend in either one knee or both. Find a comfortable position for the shoulder blades. Roll the side of the head just slightly. Find a comfortable resting position for the back of the head. And then begin to take some deep, relaxing breaths in and out, feeling yourself sinking deeply into the mat. The conscious deep breaths in and out might fall away as you just return to a normal, regular breathing pattern. And then give yourself a scan from head to toe, relaxing every little bit, searching from the tip of the head to the shoulders, through the arms, seeking out tension and just letting it evaporate or dissolve. Directing your awareness, directing your breath into all these spots, just gently sweeping away the tension. Sweeping, washing things away, just leaving things feeling fresh and new, revitalized, taking that awareness down from the shoulders into the arms, back to the shoulders, through the whole torso, front and back, into the hips and pelvis, the thighs, front and back, the knees, the lower legs, the feet and toes. Your entire body feeling deeply relaxed. Let your awareness begin to deepen, your breathing begin to deepen, and start to wiggle your fingers and toes, starting to bring in some movement to the hands, the arms, feet, the legs, gently bending your knees and rolling over onto one side. Taking a breath here, and then gently pressing yourself upright. Finding a comfortable seat. Closing your eyes again. Tuning into your breath. Tuning into your body. Let your eyes open and let's take a big breath in, raising the arms up overhead. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And as you exhale, just lower the arms down and bring both hands on top of the heart area, middle of the chest. Just tuning in to this calm, relaxed feeling that you have right now. Taking a breath here, knowing that you can always come back to the breath, come back, bringing your hands to your heart space, and tuning back in to this relaxed feeling. Open your eyes, you can release your hands. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again next time.